Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited that you are here today. I am going to show you how I took this 2x4, some paint, and a little bit of imagination and created an adorable outdoor decor Santa Claus. So let's get on into it. So we're just going to go ahead and get started with painting Santa's hat. I chose this cardinal red by Folk Art, mostly because it's really all I had on hand. I wanted crimson, but I could not find any. Then I went ahead with this antique white. I thought it would be perfect for Santa's face, and it was a really pretty color. I definitely liked it. Even when I did scarecrows, I really like this color. But I decided with the beard, I wanted this stark white beard to pop off a little bit more. So I added some of the bamboo cream coat color and just kind of mixed it in there while my paint was still wet for his face to definitely kind of give it more of like a beige color. That way his white beard would pop off of the colors a little bit better. So I just mixed that in there until I was satisfied, let it dry, and then got started on drawing his face. I am super picky about my faces, especially my eyes. So it can take me a while. So I definitely saved some time and edit out a lot of my edits. But finally, I got everything I wanted perfectly. And like I said, it's mostly the eyes. The eyes give me the most trouble. I will do them over and over again. That's why I always sketch them out with pencil and have a big eraser there right beside me. So after I was finally satisfied with his face, I just went ahead and traced my pencil with my paint markers that I got off of Amazon, and I will make sure to link those in the description box for you. They're a real fine point marker. This one is not. This is like a fatter tip, I guess you could say. I think I got that from Hobby Lobby. But my set of paint markers that I use are really fine tip to do like little areas. Then I just went ahead and got my paint ready for his beard and his mouth and his eyes, and then a little bit of gold, of course, for his belt buckle. So here I'm just measuring out his belt. I'm just drawing like straight lines, making sure that they are going to be evenly spaced. And then I drew like where his little belt buckle will go and make sure that that was spaced out evenly too, so he didn't have like a crooked belt. So now I'm just going to go ahead and fill in his eyes and his mouth with my acrylic black paint. So here I'm just using my Waverly white chalk paint and a little bit larger brush and just going ahead and going over my pencil line and just kind of giving him some nice full bushy eyebrows. I apologize right here where I start to do his beard that you cannot see it. I was so into my project that I didn't even look up to see if my camera angle was still good and if you could see the rest of his face as I was doing this. But I didn't do his whole beard just yet. I just did kind of like where it'll go across between his nose and his mouth. And then I just went ahead and traced my belt buckle with my gold paint marker and then just filled it in with some gold acrylic paint. So here I am just attaching this piece of wood to the bottom of his hat to go ahead and give that furry white, at the bottom of Santa's hat, and then the same thing at the bottom of his jacket that I was just painting. And then I just went ahead and painted this with my white chalk paint. Now, a little advice: paint it before you attach it. Sometimes I remember to paint like the brims of the hats on my scarecrows and Santa and snowman and everything else before I attach them, and sometimes I forget. So definitely make sure you paint it before you attach it, because it is so much easier to not have to worry about getting it on his face or on his hat and then going back and touching up. And yeah, so anyways, I just hot glued it at this point, but I did go ahead and nail it down with my brad nail gun, because it is going to be an outside decor piece and I want to make sure that it would be nice and stable. Now I'm just going to go ahead and fill in his beard with my white chalk paint. I had originally thought about putting cotton on his beard to give it like that pop-off 3D effect that I love to add to my projects. But I knew it was going to be an outdoor piece, and I knew that like the rain or the snow would ruin the cotton in a second. So I just took my brush and went over like where I'd painted and kind of just like dabbed to give it like a textured look, especially around like the edges of his beard, to kind of give him that scraggly beard look versus like really sleek and nice lines. I really like that, like, I don't know, a little more realistic look of the beard that I did with the brush. And here I'm just kind of like neatening up around his mouth. Now this is where I realized I made a mistake and that I didn't give him any space like between his belt, like the bottom of his belt, and like where the white, like the bottom of the jacket is on the white part of like, the bottom of the jacket. I would have preferred like an inch or two of red in between the bottom of his belt and the white, but I don't know what I was doing. I just drew them right up against each other, and that's not what I would have preferred. My first Santa I made for my mom, actually, it turned out perfect, and my board was longer though, so I think that that's what had happened. I kind of just ran out of space. I probably shouldn't have made his beard quite as long, but it's all about the beard with Santa. I mean, he gotta have a big long white beard. So here I'm just taking some really pretty light pink paint and just giving him a little nose. I just dabbed it. I did have it drawn where I wanted it to go, but I went back and just erased the pencil after the paint dried. So here Dollar Tree sells like this scatter, vase filler, whatever you want to call it. They have really cute like little like a snowflake and boots and trees, and really cute. So I just took a snowflake and attached it to the top of his hat for like that little bit of like, we know where that little white ball would be at the end of his hat. And then I just took a dryish kind of paintbrush where the white chalk paint was drying inside of it, and went ahead and distressed over his hat to kind of give it that like snowy look. I love the distress, like absolutely love it. I even took some of this like steel, silvery, metallic-y looking chalk paint. It has a really neat texture. It's really watery, so if you use it, definitely dab off a lot. And I just went over top like all the white in on him, like all over top the snowflake to kind of give it like that shimmery look, and then like over top of like the white there on the hat. I even go down through like his beard and his eyebrows with it. So here, like, I realized my gold paint was nice and dry, so I went ahead and sketched his belt there and filled that in with some black paint. just when I thought I was done with the beard, I went back and added a little bit more to it. Do you guys do that when you're doing projects? You just don't really know when to stop. Sometimes I just get really into it and I'm like, oh, I can do this and this. But anyway, so I took some more of that steel, like that steel gray color in the chalk paint there. And again, my camera angle was off. I forgot to slide him back up so you could see, but all I did was just dry brush some of that in through his beard. Now, I got a little heavy-handed with it, and he didn't appreciate it so much. I kind of aged him a little bit more than he wanted to be, but that is the magic of paint. I just went back through with my white chalk paint brush, added a little paint to it, and got rid of some of that gray for him. And he was a happy camper again. So normally I would have taken 3 jingle bells and like went vertical down between the bottom of the belt and the top of the white. But since I had that little boo-boo and I don't have the room, I just attached one here in the middle. I think I might go back and still add some to the left and the right of this jingle bell. Kind of do like a horizontal like belt style of the bells. I still want him to have bells somewhere because he's Santa Claus and that's kind of like, you know, he needs to have bells. But I'm just not quite sure where to put him. So let me know in the comments what you think. I think he still turned out really cute even with that little glitch I had. I'm super excited to give him to his owner, I guess you could say. I cannot wait to see their reaction. I think they're gonna love him just as much as I do. I had so much fun making him, so I'm glad you guys decided to come along and watch me. I can't wait to make more, and I hope you guys will stick around and see what else I'm gonna put out this holiday season. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications on, and give me a like if you like this video. I'll see y'all later.